Hi, so welcome back. Now we are going to discuss the implementation of the pushback method that we have just seen. The pushback method has actually two cases. One, when the vector is full, then we have a different implementation. We have to do a reallocation and copy the values from the old memory into the new memory. And the another case is if the vector is not full, we simply put the new element at the next index. So I can check if current size equals max size, that is ms. We have to create a new array and delete the old one as well, and we have to double the capacity of the new array. Okay, so that's what we need to do. But if this is not the case, then what we can do, we can simply put our element at the next index. Okay, so initially if you see the current size is 0, when I'm going to push a new element, okay, so I can say array of current size equals to the data that I have put. So initially CS is 0, so we want the first data to be go at this index, and then we do CS plus plus. Let us assume we have a bigger array, then CS will become 1. Next time the data is coming, we insert it at current size index. Okay, and let's insert, let's say 4, then CS plus plus, CS becomes 2. This is how linearly we are going to fill the array. So I can say array of current size, this is actually the index, and this is equal to whatever data d that we are getting, and we can do CS plus plus. Okay, so this is what we actually have to do in pushback, but here we have not taken care of when the array is full. Okay, so when the array is full, let's say 3 6 8, this has a capacity of 5, and our CS would also get a value of 5. Okay, because the next index would be this, and this does not exist. If this is the case, then first what we will do, we will say, okay, this array that we have, we are going to do insertion in this one, but what we will do, we'll say, okay, this is now old array, and our array points to a new memory location that has, let's say, 10 elements. Okay, that has a maximum size of 10. So what we need to do, we need to say int star old array, this is same as the array, and this array should point to a new memory that is of twice the size. Okay, so we can say maximum size should be equal to twice of the maximum size, and this array is now having a double capacity. Okay, next step would be to copy the elements. So I can say for int I equals to 0, I less than current size I plus plus. So we are going to copy the elements from this array into this array. So we can say array of I equals to old array of I. Okay, so now we have two pointer variables. Old array points to this one, and array points to this one, and we have copied the data, and we will come out of this if block, and finally we will have array of CS equal to D. So the new data will also be inserted. So we have 1 4 3 6 8, and CS would point to this location, and we can actually insert the new data. Let's say it is 10, so it will come here, and we will do CS plus plus. So that means for the next time we have updated the correct index. And one thing we are still not done is that we have to delete the old one. So inside this loop we can do the deletion. So we can say delete old array, old array. So this is what we have to do. So this completes the pushback functionality, and I hope this is now clear. And this is how the reallocation thing actually works inside a vector. Now let us also do a method called as popback, and what we will do, we will say, okay, I want to remove the elements. Okay, so there in popback you can have your own custom implementation. You may like to reduce the vector size as well, but generally we avoid doing shrinking. Okay, so we can have a shrinking functionality, but it is not needed. So let's say this is where the current size variable is. So if you simply bring this current size one step back, it will act like as a pop back. Okay, so next time you're going to insert, let's say 7, so it will get inserted at this place, and this CS will move to the next place. Okay, so simply doing CS minus minus will help us to do the pop back thing, and you can check if cs is greater than 0. Okay, um, greater than equal to 0, then you simply do cs minus minus. Otherwise you may throw some exception kind of a thing as well. Okay, but let's have a very let's keep it simple. So this is how the pop back functionality should look like. Or maybe you can put such checks in main itself that people are not doing pop back from a empty vector. Okay, so maybe you provide a method bool is empty to the user, and you will return true when the current size is 0. So it will be the now it will be up to the user to check if he is not doing any popping from a 0 vector. Okay, or it's also better to have a check here. If cs is greater than equal to 0, only then we can do the pop back operation. Okay, so that seems fine. So if current size is 0, we are going to return true. So now I think we are done with the most important methods of the vector. In the next lecture, we will also write some more methods, including the functionality to do operator overloading. So that's all. Thank you for watching this.